All right, this is my daily update for my build in public log. It's January 26, 2025. I'm still working through finishing up my agent. Um, the main thing I'm a little stuck on is I want to collect metrics. Okay, you need to be able to see all the things like how much is it costing you. Uh, how many tokens are you using for the input and the output? How many times does the thing succeed? How many times does it fail? You need to be able to see these things. And the thing I'm racking my brains on is, so I'm building this so not just for me, but so other people can drop the agent into their code, product, project, whatever, and use and interface with. So how should I build this so people can take those metrics and store them? So I'm just I need to build this in like a very universal way so you can easily hook in an interface with this agent with the code and do as you want with the metrics. So that's what I'm working through. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. So I'm starting with that. Like, okay, because I'm going to use this agent that I'm building in my project. Okay, well, how do I want to do that? Let me just start there and then go backwards and figure out how to make it universal. The thing runs and then you get your metrics. So you get the output and then you get all the possible outputs that you might need. Like let's say you need markdown to put somewhere. Maybe you want to like actually send that output to like another, I don't know, call to an LLM. You want text, HTML. You get a file that's like an iCal file. You have all these outputs that you get from this agent. Maybe just one of the outputs is metrics, and I mean that's kind of how it is working right now, where you just get the metrics for that call that just happened. I don't know. Maybe you want to just dump it like in like a log file, like maybe like server logs. Maybe you want to send exceptions to Sentry. Maybe you want to, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this all out, but this is what I'm working through. The thing is almost done. I have a few last things to do, especially for the test. Um, I did another experiment. I yesterday said, "Oh, I'm done doing this." I couldn't resist. So, y'all, the costs are so damn high. When I run all the tests and it does a lot of calls, it sends a lot of data, like tokens, essentially a lot of text and tokens to the LLM. It's expensive. It's costing me several dollars a day working on this. I mean, I'm just like hammering this thing away and running tests nonstop and working for hours, and making tons of calls like throughout the hours that I'm working. But I just cannot resist the allure of spending less money. I really can't. So I did a big experiment where I tried out 8 different LLMs, uh, or different models. Here, why am I rattling them off? I'll just show you. There's nothing sensitive here. These come from the environmental variables. Okay, so yeah, I did an experiment where I went through and tried all these different models. I tried 4.0, that's what I've been using. I tried O1 Mini, so slow. I tried Claude Sonnet. 4.0 Mini is the one I'm really wanting to get working. To be honest, Mistral. I tried the latest and greatest Llama model, Gemini Pro, which looked pretty promising. I even tried Grok, and I I tried DeepSeek, the R1, like I actually made an account and paid money to try DeepSeek R1. Holy shit, it's so slow. It's just okay, there's a lot of hype, and again, my thing is trying to cut through the hype of bullshit. Is it powerful? Yes. Is it cool? Yes. Does it work pretty well for some things? Yes. But it is so slow, and I actually tried not using Open Router. I actually tried connecting to like directly to their API. It was so much faster than Open Router, by the way. So Open Router is pretty slow. I'm not overly impressed with Open Router, to be completely honest. I find it just so slow. All the calls take forever. I mean, in my experiments I've been doing the last day, calling that model directly, like if you're going to do Google, calling Google directly, going straight to Anthropic, you know, cutting out the middleman, Open Router seems to be way faster. To desperation, I tried the Open Router auto one, where it's like, oh, let me figure out how to route your request. Once again, guess who the crowned winner was? 4.0 Chat GPT 4.0. I mean, it just is the smartest and the fastest, like straight up. And I mean, 4.0 is like from the experiments I've been doing, is the very best for cost, speed, accuracy, like being smart. Claude is very good too, but it like depends on your task. So this agent, it's not like a coding thing. It is very smartly read text very fast and figure out the intention. Figure out like dates, locations, figure out the intention of this text. You know what I mean? It's like a human could look at this thing and do it really quick, like a minute or something. It's not math, it's not coding. So for that like general purpose, I don't know about Claude for this one. So okay, here's a big caveat. One thing I quickly realized was for all these models, it failed spectacularly because the prompt. So to really try all the models, I could not get just like one prompt that worked really well. Nope. You need a different prompt for each goddamn model. That means I would need a good one for DeepSeek, for Grok, for Gemini. Llama for this? No. It's just like too dumb. Mistral's okay. In my opinion, truthfully, the only ones I could actually use for reals for this is Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and DeepSeek. And I would need to create a prompt for all of those. And I'm just not going to. I think the juice is not worth the squeeze. I've tested this enough. I've hammered away at all of these. And I'm telling you right now, 4.0's the winner, but I believe 4.0 mini is the way to go. And I think I need to do a lot more little tweaks to the prompt, and I think I could get 4 mini to work. That's just the winner with cost and speed and accuracy. It really is. But I'm leaning a bit more towards using 4.0 just to be on the safe side, because I know a lot of content is probably going to be thrown at it, and then you just need 4.0. It's just too smart. Uh, that's what I've seen in my test. Please let me know in the comments if you've seen otherwise. DeepSeek is very promising, but believe me, even calling their API directly, it is far too slow. It's far too slow. I had to jack up the timeouts on the test, like the timeout per test, per request. Like, I mean, it's just so you're going to make the user sit back for like a minute and a half and wait for it to like read an email and figure it out? No. that's the update for today. That's what I've been doing. I found it interesting exercise, and I found it also so frustrating that you have to create a prompt. I want an agent, or I want an agent or some kind of tool that will like tweak my prompt for all the models like automatically. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here, but I just found it so disheartening to go and try to test all of these and realize it doesn't work. Your like prompt just clearly doesn't work for all of them. So it is what it is. I'm going with 4.0, honestly, or 4.0 mini. On to my random story for the day. Today, or in the last 24 hours at least, I tried out, I pulled out the old Oculus 2, Quest 2, and played around with it because I saw one of my favorite apps, VR apps, had a big update. So since the last time I've used it, with the Oculus, I find it's cool, but not cool enough. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it's still not good enough to like keep you pulled in and using it like every single day. Um, but my partner is in the other side of the world, and we need stuff to do to like get together. And it's kind of fun to like play games and do stuff virtually because just talking on the phone gets a little bit boring. My favorite app, by the way, is Big Screen VR. I think it's great. Anyway, so when I got the Oculus was during COVID. So I was living in Istanbul, Turkey. I got stuck there and ended up living there for quite a while, like getting like residency, like card and everything. Like I ended up like really living there for a year and a half or something. But anyways, I was there when COVID happened, and they locked down really hard for much longer than a lot of countries in the world. So the lockdowns were strict, really severe, like enforced the police. You couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't do anything. And I did not have a job at this time. So I was on a sabbatical. And let me tell you, I was going fucking nuts because so I did not have, I had a laptop, but I didn't have like proper, this is my house and no worries. I have all the things I need. So I was bored to death. And I didn't have like a gaming PC. I didn't have, you know, a console. All I had was like TV and movies, and I was so goddamn bored. So I'm not much of a gamer, but when you don't have a job and you're locked down during COVID and you can't do anything, you want to do something like so badly. So I ended up getting I ended up getting two Oculuses. So you couldn't get it in Turkey. This was like weird COVID times. So I went on this site. It's pretty cool. It's where you put in an order and you're like, hey, I want this thing in Istanbul, Turkey, and someone will bring it to you and they get a fee. Like, you know what I mean? If they go buy it and they take it out of the box and they put it in their suitcase and they bring it to you, they get a huge fee. And two Oculuses and like, we wanted like the headband, the little travel case. Two of them was really expensive at the time. Like the person, if they brought it to us, they were going to get a good fee, like hundreds of dollars. We paid extra. We were so bored. By me, I mean my girl. I ended up meeting a woman and moving in with her. I mean, I was like full on living in Istanbul, and she worked remotely, didn't have a lot of work, so she would literally work a few hours a day. So we were bored as fuck. Like you can only watch so much TV and movies, and we watched a lot. But we were so bored. I had no job. I was not coding. I was not doing anything. We got to get one of these things. So it was so sketchy. This guy and his wife came, and we went to like another part of the city to go meet them, like out in the street. It was like a drug deal. You know what I mean? Like got the stuff. We got the money, and they gave it to us, and they forgot something like a headband or something we paid extra for, and there's all this drama. We're on the street and we're just like, you know what, let's just forget about it, let's go. But they gave us like on the street, like without the thing being in the box. Here you go. Here's the headset. Here's the little travel case. Here you go. And that's how I got my Oculus. We paid, I don't even know, like a huge markup, 50% or something per Oculus. And we both had our headsets and we had a blast. It was so much fun. Finally, I had something to play games on. Finally, I had, something to entertain me because I was going nuts there. Just the constant lockdowns were killing me. And I still have my Oculus today. So, uh, putting it on and going in there, like it just reminds me of those times so much. Like just being, in lockdowns and having this new cool toy that I'm like, who do I play this with except for you? But we're in the same room. That's kind of weird. Well, who do I like do this with? So, anyways, that's all I got for today. See you tomorrow.